do, do.
This is your streaming live.
All right, good job. All right, I just need to make sure it's quiet over there. It is. All right, excellent. All right, well, welcome to Monday Night Meetup. I'm Laura Lee Roberts from Offerings of Wonder by Laura Lee. And tonight we are going to be making this little purple paper basket. So it's very similar if you've done the hearts where you've woven them in together. Very same technique. But this one is just using some scrap paper or some scrapbook paper. And so we're gonna go ahead and get going and do that. All right, so
Did you have a pattern for that cut out? No.
I don't have a pattern, but let me, when we're done, I'll post the link to where I
Yeah.
saw it made
Okay.
so they
Okay.
can
Because
get
it looks different from the hearts we made. I mean, the
you,
shape is
you've got
basically
you
the
got to
same.
cut a little differently, but not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me set that aside and I'm going to go ahead and put the view on the table. There we go. Okay. One more drink. All right. Go there. All right. So we have a choice. So Judy, since you're on, you can make the decision. I've got two sets of scrapbook paper. I've got this one with the darker pink and a contrast, or I've got these lighter ones with this kind of goldish. Which one shall I use?
Um, I like I like
That
that darker one. The darker one I think is pretty.
okay.
Yes.
I think that will show
Oh
better. So,
yes. Yes, with that blue in it.
oh,
Goes right there.
it's really pretty with it too.
Pretty. It's pretty. Yeah.
Okay, so um the first thing if you're using scrapbook paper is we need to we're going to cut it in half. And if you've used scrapbook paper, they have this little edge, like the 12 by 12 is actually the print, not the little, I don't know what they call that, the little edge. I'm not a scrapbooker, so I apologize if anybody's a scrapbooker and I am mutilating the terms. So I'm just going to fold this in half. And we're gonna cut it. All right. So cut it. Now, if I was smart, I would have grabbed my paper cutter, make that easier, but that's all right. All right, so we have that one piece there. Going to do the same thing with the other piece that we're going to use. So we need two 6 by 12 pieces of paper. And I know somebody had asked on the on one of the posts, could you use other paper? I think you could use any kind of paper that's got a little bit of weight to it. I'm like, I wouldn't use like wrapping paper. I think that would be too thin, but even just like maybe stationery or something. I like this scrapbook paper because it's got a little bit of weight to it. So, all right.
Sometimes sometimes it has a nice texture too.
Yeah, yes, you can get there's some, oh my gosh, there's some beautiful. So I had a few books. Let me pull this up. Um this was the book that I got these out of. It was
Oh
called
wow.
Recollections, and I had a whole bunch of, it's got a, I'll just flip through real quick. It's got a whole bunch of fun things. You guys know I like to do things,
Nice. Nice, nice.
nice thick. Okay, so that's where the came from. All right, so we have two 6 by 12 pieces of paper, and we're going to fold them in half so that the pretty side is on the inside to start. So we're gonna fold both of them. So we're folding the long way. So that's going to make it, they'll be 6 by 6 then. Okay. All right. And then we're going to take a ruler. I'm using my spoke weight because it's got a ruler on it. And we're going to mark 2 inches from the side up here. And then we're going to draw a diagonal line. You guys can see that. So here's my 2-inch mark. Come down a little bit closer. I'm going to make this darker so you guys can really see it. Okay, there's my 2-inch mark. I'm going to do a diagonal from there down to the corner. So 2 inches from the left. And then we're going to take our ruler and we're going to lay it up there. So up to here and then down to the corner. There we go. And we're going to make a diagonal line. That's a little bit off. Try that one more time, right to the corner. There we go. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to measure from the bottom. We're going to do a 2-inch mark. So I'm lining up my 0 with the edge here. We're going to do a 2-inch mark. And then we're going to go up to the top right corner. And so we're going to get that right there. And then we're going to line that up with our mark. And then we're going to make another diagonal. So 2 inches in, here to here. 2 inches here. Okay. And this is our fold down here. I'm just going to write on it. Okay, this is our fold where we folded it. Just we folded it up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the second piece. So we're going to make our 2-inch mark here. I'm just going to go ahead and mark these since I'm got the ruler there. 2-inch mark there. And then we're going to do our diagonals. There. All right up to there. And then this one, pencil right there. All right, and down to there. All right. So now we get to cut off these triangles. We're going to cut these 2 pieces. And we're going to cut them off. I'm just going to cut right along this line that we just drew. Same thing here. Make sure you're using paper, scissors, and not your basket shears. Paper will dull your basket shears very quickly. We got one of those. So we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut off those triangles that we made. Got the right line here. There we go. Okay. So we're rid of all those. All right, so now we have 2 pieces. These are the 2 that we're going to end up weaving with. But now we need to make the cuts in our paper so that we can have little pieces to weave with. So in order to do that, so I'm going to keep, that's my fold down here. I'm going to take my other one and I am going to make sure I'm doing it the right way. There we go. I'm going to lay on it. So I'm turn this one sideways. Got my fold down here. I'm going to line up my bottoms, the bottom, line it up at the bottom, and then I'm going to draw a line across. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay that one down. And that way, line that up and get a line. So now we have 2 lines. Okay. Now we get to get our ruler back out again. And it should be about 4 inches with the cuts and with that mark. It's just a little bit shy of 4 inches, but kind of figure out what we want to do is divide it. We're going to divide it into 4s. So I'm going to line that up so that I'm kind of get it to where I can do 4 inches, and then I'm going to kind of come up and I'm just going to mark at the inch mark there. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom and I'm going to do the same thing. So at the inch marks. So let me come up a little bit closer. So I've got 3 dots there and 3 dots at the bottom. We're going to use our nice trusty dusty ruler again for a straight edge, and we're going to draw our lines. And I guess I could be nice and create a template. That would probably be a nice thing, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do that, Judy. So you guys will have something. All right. So now we've got our 4 lines. So we're going to do the same thing on the other piece. Line it up. There we go. And I'm going to do my marks. Okay, do my marks down here. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we're going to draw our lines. It's a little wavy, wasn't it? Oh, it wasn't a very good straight line. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to cut. And this will be the last step before we weave. So we're going to cut on those lines right up to the line that's going across. Don't cut past this line. All right, cut that. And we're going to cut that. Do the same thing over here. So you'll end up with your 2 pieces that will have 4 loops on them. All right. Let's see. Huh. Just looking for some reason it doesn't look like it's going over on YouTube. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So we've got 2 pieces and now we're ready to get back to see the pretty stuff. So we're gonna come back a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna take our papers, we're gonna open them up and we're gonna fold them back so we can see our pretty patterns. Fold it up. Kind of looks like an arrow. Fold it up. Oh yeah, this is really pretty. I like that. Okay. So here's our basket. we're going to be weaving the loops together, and it's not like over under weaving, it's through the loops weaving. Let me get these so I show you the right direction so we can weave these here. That way. Okay. So, all right, so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to kind of lay them out so you can see. I'm just going to lay them on top of each other. This is what we're going to start with. So I have the slants kind of going away. Or we could weave it like this and make it there. Actually, let's do it this way. I think this will make, sorry, this is the way we want to do it. We have our slants going down. It almost looks like a heart. We line up the points, right? It almost looks like a big heart. All right. Okay, now comes the fun part. All right, we're going to take these apart. So we have 4 loops on each piece of paper. And when we weave, we're either going to weave through a loop or around a loop. So let's start this one. We're going to take I'm going to take the first loop on my right side. I'm going to weave it over. So I stuck, and get that so you can see. You see it's right in between the loop. So now we're going to open up the second piece and we're going to push it through there. Okay, so it's going in between the loop. All right, let it back down here. We're going to have this one go around the third one. There we go. So it's going to go around that third one. And then we're going to take the end and we're going to open this loop and it's just going to go through and sit there. So that is our first weave. All right, so now we're going to take the second one and it's going to do, we're going to do the opposite. So this one went around this first loop. So we're going to take this one, and paper is very flexible, which is nice, right? We're going to open it up. Maybe there we go. No, open up that loop. And we're going to stick this end through the loop. Okay. I'm going to slide these back down so that we can work them over the ends. And we're going to open up the lighter pink one and we're going to stick this one through there. Then this one is going to go through the third loop of the flowers. There we go. In a little bit. Oops, came out. That's all right. We'll fix that. And then this one, get everybody in there, is going to go. Slide everybody over. This guy needs to get back in your place. All right, I'm gonna scooch everybody up again. Get everybody in their place. Pushing, getting everybody nice and tight. All right, then this last one is gonna go through this loop. Let me grab my tool here. It's because this works better, making a little hole there. All right, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna just shove it in there. And you have to make sure everybody's staying nice and tight. There we go. All right, so now we're going through. So if you've done the hearts that weave together, the technique is the same. The shape's just a little bit different. All right. So now we've got two woven through. We'll do the third one. And it doesn't matter if you do like the ones coming from this way or the ones coming from this way. They all just need to get woven in. So we'll take that one. It's going to go around that first one. It's going to go through the second one. Okay. Hey, Phyllis, welcome.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. All right, sorry, getting everybody in there nice and tight. All right, so now this one has to go, get that one out of the way, around the next one. So we'll take that up.
That last row is going to be tough, isn't it?
It is. It's a little tricky. All right, and then this one just goes in between this last one. Yep. Stick her in there. Get in there. Okay. All right. So before you do the last one, because you can see it's going to be tight, we want to make sure that everything is pushed up. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little jiggling with the paper. That looks good. I think we're gonna be good. This will make it a little bit tight. Okay. All right. And just looking. So this, if you don't mark exactly the same, then right, you might have a little issue, which is why I should make a template. And I think I will do that, Judy, when I'm done. I think I'll go in and make a template for this. I think that would be good. All right. So the last one. All right, needs to go through, and I'm looking. I might need to fudge. Let me just flip it over here and look. It is just a tad too wide. So we're gonna fudge. Grab my scissors. I am going to just trim this up a little bit. There we go. Because I can. All right, I think that'll do it. Get that out of the way. All right. So now this last one, you really gotta kind of fudge it in here. Gotta go. Yeah. There we go. All right. So it needs to go in that one and come through. Oops. There we go. Come through. Ah,
Got any tweezers?
I do, but not right here. All right. There we go. Oh my goodness. Come on, you can do it, Laura Lee. All right, there it is. Woo. All right. Got it. All right. Well, the next one's easy because it just goes over that next one. Grab that. All right. We got one more tough one to go through. Let's start it. Make a hole. There we go. All right, get it going. Get everybody lined back up here. Through. There we go. Right, baby through. All right. And then the last one just goes through the, oh, no, last one just, yeah, just goes over. This one goes through. Open that up. There we go. Make sure it's pulled nice and tight through. I'm gonna make that, there we go. Ta-da! Woo! So that's pretty with the flowers. All right, but it doesn't quite look like a little basket yet. So
No,
couple of things. First thing is to make the straight edge of the bottom. We just took and we're gonna take that line right there. So the middle of these two squares or diamonds. Let me come down closer again. There we go. All right. So we're gonna just take the point and we're gonna match it up to that point because the patterns match. So it's very nice. And we're just going to fold it over. And we're going to use a little glue. Now you can use like a glue stick. You guys know I'm a big fan of the gel super glue. So I'm just going to use that. So I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to throw a little bit of super glue on it. And I'm going to fold it back up and just hold it for a second. So that is how we get our squared off bottom. All right. Love quick dry and super glue. All right. So now let me come back up a little bit. All right. So now we're going to kind of just open it up here. And we're going to come to the sides. And we're just going to overlap a little bit on the sides. So just overlapping, just kind of, I don't know, maybe you can actually decide. You could overlap it all the way if you wanted. On these, I just did a little bit, but really up to you. Let's see. Maybe we'll do it all the way just to see what it looks like. So me kind of, I'm gonna again take some super glue. You guys know I like to experiment, so we'll do it all the way on this one. So just taking it, so I'm going to fold this line over to the line where the weaving started. And get my hand inside so I can hold that for a second. There we go. Hold that side for a second. You guys, you see my Band-Aid?
yes.
I cracked my nail, like in the nail bed.
Oh,
Yeah, it was not fun. I'm hoping that it will it's not throbbing like it was yesterday. Well, that's good. It was terrible. So okay, so we got that side. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to just take our sides and we're going to overlap them. No, it's hard to see with I think it's hard to see when the material is the same on both sides, but we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to just throw some glue on. All right, on super glue, and then we're going to lay this over. Oh, all right. Get my hand inside again. All right, so we'll just let that dry. So this is going to make this one come in. So this one was further out. This is going to make it come in a little bit more, make it a little taller. All right. All right. I think that's good. All right. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to round out the tops. We don't want a pointy basket. So I'm going to just kind of push them together. And I'm just going to freehand this. There we go. Line those up. And I'm just going to curve them out a little bit. All right. Get those lined up. And just gonna curve it out a little bit. All right. All right. So now we've got that. That's a cute shape too. I like this one. I like this one too.
One's
All right.
chubby and one's skinny.
Yep, there we go. All right. So now we're gonna do our handle. So do you want the handle to be flowers or the light pink?
Well, definitely flowers.
Flowers? All right,
Mm.
flowers it is. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the other piece that we we cut off the first half when we started. And we're going to create, we're going to do marks again for 2 inches. Pencil there we go. So we'll do 2 inch. I'm just going to do a couple 2-inch marks. And one at the bottom. Then we're going to lay our ruler on it. Got our marks lined up here. Yeah. There we go. And we're going to draw a line. All right. And we're going to cut that off. All right. So now we have our 2-inch piece. We're going to fold it in half long ways so that we're going to make our handle. Fold it in half. I can see it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to make a nice crease. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to put some more glue. Now, as far as glue goes, right, I just happen to like the super glue, the gel super glue, but you can use, I said you could use a glue stick. You could use Elmer's glue. You know, if you use something that's not quick drying, you're just going to have to be a little more patient. Just going to throw that on there for a second. Let that sit under there, get sticky. All right. So while that's doing that, please set aside for a second. All right. So this is the thing. So on this basket, I did the handle in the middle, you know, going from front to back. But I was going to try this one. I think I'm going to try it going side to side, just because this one looks different. So we'll do all the different things on it.
Looks
so the
like
only
little bunny rabbit.
it does kind of, doesn't it?
It's cute. Yeah.
Get a little face on it.
Sort of.
Yeah, so the only difference between these two is when we did the sides, on this one, I just folded the sides over, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch. And on this one, I folded them all the way over to the where the weaving was, like right here, where the weaving was. And that made the different shapes. Okay. All right, so now we have our handle. We have our handle. I'm just going to kind of massage it a little bit because I want it to bend. So I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of loving. All right. And then we're going to stick it on. So I'm going to get my handy dandy glue again. I'm going to just put some glue right. I do that. There we go. There we go. So just like right in this area, right below, like where below where the little dip is. So I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna put some glue there. So put a gob of glue there. All right. I'm gonna take my handle and just lay it in there. I'm gonna hold that for a second so you guys can see. All right. Then we're gonna go to the other side. Get this guy out of the way here. And we're gonna put some more glue here. Stay enough. I think my glue is getting low. This is coming apart here. Give it a little bit of glue in here. There. And then we're going to stick our other end in here. Let's see, it's hard to see it. There we go. There's a good angle. That there. All right. Let's see. Need a little bit more glue in here. Let's see. A little dab. Little dab of do ya. Oops. Not my fingers, guys. I'm notorious for trying to become a part of my projects. There we go. All right. That needed a little more glue.
That stuff is goopy on your fingers when you get it on.
All right. There
That's
we go.
cute.
Look at how cute.
Now that side really looks like it's got two eyes.
It does. It does.
Adorable.
You could embellish it. All right. So
But
there we go.
you
So
could-
there's the
you
two
could-
different ones.
I like
Yay.
it. That's cute.
They're just fun. I was thinking, for even for like Mother's Day, or depending on what you did with the paper, there's so many creative papers out there. Oh my gosh. If there was a character like they've got Disney papers and superheroes, and like you can find scrap paper and all kinds of stuff. So I was thinking spring, but obviously Easter, you could throw a little bit of grass in them, throw some candy in them. It'd be a cute gift. I actually might do one of these for my mail person. Just as a little thank you. But Mother's Day would be, a great thing. I know I don't have my biological mom anymore, but I have a lot of people who have been moms in my life. So, like to remember them. And I have my godchild who is a mom now. Scary. Remember, right? Scary when you start thinking about, oh, I remember when she was born and now she's married and has her own kids. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. So that's what I got for you tonight. And now it's the show and tell portion. So Judy, do you have any of those baskets that you're working on?
I did this afternoon.
Oh, that's a Laura Lee Zanger.
It is.
Beautiful. Is that the
that's
moth? Is that the moth
that,
pattern?
that's a Luna moth, and
Luna moth,
that's
yeah.
the small one. I haven't started the big one yet. And I finished my purse this week.
Yes, I saw that posted. That is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. What, do you have
really do
anything on
like
the
it.
on the lid?
The lid has a little
I got the little holder.
uh,
That's really
little
cute.
peg. The little peg comes out and it opens like that.
Oh wow. Look at that.
It's small, so um, it'll hold the stuff that I need. but it's
A labor of
fun.
love for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's a good designer. That's all
Yes.
I have.
Okay.
I've I've had a bunch of stuff, but I'm trying to clean up and pack up now.
Oh, all right. Phyllis, anything that you have for show and tell?
They're in the car.
In the car. Okay, no worries. No
I
worries.
missed the first part of your
Of
YouTube
the
of you know, yeah, the
how to do.
measurements.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're using scrapbook paper is 12 by 12, and you want to cut it in half, you need two pieces that are 6 by 12.
Okay.
Okay.
And then do you make the slits like an inch apart?
So yeah, so you have to make two triangles to cut those pieces of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna you're gonna let me see if I can do that. Here, wait, let me make this one bigger.
Okay.
So you're gonna make two triangles. You're gonna come in 2 inches at the top,
Mm-hmm.
and um yeah, these were the two pieces we cut. 2 inches at the top and 2 inches at the bottom, and make the triangles.
Okay.
And then you're gonna cut those. And then you're going to make a line across, and then you're going to make the 3 lines to make 4
Okay.
rings. So I was saying, I think I will try to make a template for everybody, because I think that will be easier than trying to do the measure, right? It's nice if you can print something off and then just do it. So I will try to do that. I'll try to make a template and add it.
That one that you had for the other may work. I don't recall. I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, for the hearts, when we did the
Yeah,
hearts. Yeah.
but we didn't do the triangles, did we?
Yeah. So let me see if I can play with it and make a little template.
Do
Um,
you have a paper cutter?
I do. Did I
'Cause
have it out to do this tonight? No.
because you could cut and score, and that would really help you a lot.
It would, but I didn't. But I did it. I thought about getting it out, and I decided not to, because not everybody has one, and I
Yeah.
Yeah.
wanted to be able to show people how to do it. But if you have a paper cutter, you can certainly use it. Absolutely.
All righty.
All right. Well, I have one little thing for show and tell. Um, if you were at Western Kentucky last year, I do my oh, where'd my owl go? Oh no. Well, I made this little basket. This was Western Kentucky last year. This was the kit that they gave out, and it was Nancy Bear who designed it, and she had come to a meeting in the spring and had seen the red buds in bloom. So they have like this really light green, and then they have this like kind of purpley thing when they're first budding out. And that's where she thought we need to make a basket like that. So that's where that came from. And I
She was
had,
my roommate this year.
was she?
Yeah.
Lovely lady. Lovely, lovely
Yes.
lady.
Oh, we had a blast.
And I had a little owl that I'm just going to add on it. I'm looking to see where it went.
I
Well,
think I
anyway,
saw that someplace.
if you saw it, I
Well,
posted earlier asking if I should put the owl or not.
I
So,
thought it
yeah,
was
I saw
cute.
I saw it on Facebook. It was cute.
yeah, well, and he matched. So, all right, he must have slid off somewhere. But anyway, so I need to add that on.
Yeah,
It was
that's cute.
overwhelming. Leave it on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh,
that's what I
okay.
got for you guys
Okay.
tonight. Have a
Thank
good
you
night,
much.
and we'll see you next week.
All
And
right.
next week I will
Bye.
be officially retired. Woo! Very
Don't get
excited.
too crazy now.
Congratulations.
All right,
Nope.
we'll talk to
Nope.
you guys later. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Lorley.
You're welcome.